As we move forward and a utility bull run takes over, which means blockchains with real use cases, with real solutions, real customers, and a real business plan, those are going to be the winners. Things that can actually work and function in the real world global economy and financial system. Those are going to be the winners. And that's what they're creating regulatory clarity for right now. The Clarity Act passed, I think it was the House, it's headed over to the Senate. Might bounce back and forth a little bit more, but from what I understand, it'll be done by the end of this year. As you saw in the earlier video, Ondo Finance is one of the major players that's in discussions to help shape some of that regulatory landscape. But as we move in that direction, and what is so obvious is just, I mean, there's no denying it, that utility is going to matter. These Bitcoin Maxis, just to save face, they're all one at a time going to have to have a come to Jesus moment and have to admit, like, oh, well, it looks like this payments thing is going to be big. So here's another one here, and he's getting this aha moment, what they've known all along. A lot of these guys have been paid to FUD XRP, and maybe they were paid in cash, maybe they received favors, maybe they got an allocation of tokens, maybe Ethereum, maybe Bitcoin. That's my guess, because you don't have to be a genius to see the obvious. One works, one doesn't. Just try a transaction. And these guys can obviously do at least that. So here is another Bitcoin Maxi. See here. It says cross-border payments will be huge. The XRP army figured it out years ago. It's fascinating to watch these people finally finding out 2 + 2 does equal 4. XRP. And it's true. It's just that easy. Bitcoin Maxis can't stop talking about XRP. You better understand what you're holding. XRP is like Google in its early days. Yeah, it really is. And I've told that to plenty of my own friends. I see this opportunity as that Amazon, that early Facebook, early Nvidia, early Tesla, early Microsoft, early internet days, and not entirely like the early internet, because these are real companies with real use cases and real solutions, bringing in real money. All right, they've got a balance sheet. During the dot-com bubble, most of those just had a name and .com behind it. That was the problem then. Right now, we don't have that problem. Right now, we have an adoption problem where it's hard to adopt it without regulations, without the rule book. So let's listen to this guy and watch him have his aha moment.
Cross-border payments almost instantly, without delays, without the fees of traditional banking. They can process billions of dollars in volume at a fraction of the current cost. Also, Trump has just signed the Genius Act, and that has moved, essentially it's taken their ability to utilize their technology, that's taken it from questioning stage to it's doable now, so yeah. There's a lot to that. I'm not going to get into it, but they've also recently applied for a bank license, which would allow them to settle payments with the Federal Reserve directly. So that would even intensify this ability to be this answer to the problem, right? So cross-border payments were at 190 trillion in 2023. So that's how much money was being sent between borders in 2023. Some have estimated that number is going to jump to 290 trillion, 100 trillion more by 2030. So there's going to be a huge, additional market for cross-border payments. And so somebody that could do it faster with less fees, it has a lot of market to cover, a lot of ground to cover. So here, this in summary, if we're in the early stages of crypto, there's going to be major foundational players. I believe Bitcoin is one of them. I think it's proven to be, and that they're going to outlast the rest. Think about back to the early stages of the internet in 1990, and think about Google, think about Yahoo, and obviously Yahoo is kind of fun. They've been slowly chipping away at their foundation over the years and been making stupid decisions, and they're falling. But Google, there have been major money recently. There have been major players. Well, I don't know. We're not going to get into that. That's just the research that I've done. It's kind of old now, but when it comes to Yahoo, is that they're not making good decisions. But there have been major players in the internet. There's going to be major players, essentially pillars in the crypto world. I believe XRP is one of them. XRP is currently the third largest cryptocurrency. And so it's like you've got Bitcoin, and I think Ethereum is number 2, and then XRP is number 3. And so